What did a nurse do or say that made you immediately request another nurse? When I was serving in the Air Force, I reached for a Coke bottle and knocked it over. It was the old glass 16-ounce kind. It was sitting on a concrete floor, and after I knocked it over, it fell into the floor and exploded right into my hand. A large piece of it cut into my index finger right down to the bone. I had completely severed the arteries and the nerves and lacerated the tendon. I was transported to the nearest military hospital in an army base and waited in the emergency room because they needed to check the extent of the nerve damage. I couldn't be given anything for the pain. I waited for over 2 hours to be seen. When I initially injured my hand, my wife grabbed something for me to wrap around the finger to control the bleeding. The closest thing in hand was a terry cloth towel. Once I was finally seen, the doctor had to pull all the little bits of terry cloth out of the wound with no anesthesia or painkillers. Then he went about determining the extent of the damage by doing fun stuff like poking the exposed and severed nerve with a metal device. In about 4 hours after the accident, I was waiting to be admitted to the hospital to have my hand surgically repaired. I had still not been given anything for the pain, and I had my eyes closed to concentrate. I was actually doing pretty good and was comfortably relaxed when a nurse leaned over me and tapped me lightly on the cheek and loudly said, "Wake up, you're not dead." My eyes flew open as all the calmness left and the searing pain came back. I shouted, "I'm not in the fucking army either. You get the hell away from me." I wouldn't let her touch me, and I refused to have anything to do with her. The doctor put in my 4 while he understood why I wouldn't let her touch me, but she was much better in putting in 4s than he was, and it would hurt more. The next day, the nurse came in to apologize to me. I was now medicated and completely accepted her apology. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and we became buddies.